What's up everyone, this tutorial is hopefully going to help you on your thumbnail journey. Honestly, it's something I wish I had when I first started because it would have made my life way easier, and that's the reason I'm making this so you guys don't have to struggle like I did. I'm going to try to pack as much as I can to help you out. I'll share do's and don'ts, how to use Blender, all the Blender basics, posing, lighting, etc., and everything I've learned along the way. So yeah, let's get right into it. But I'll quickly explain how to get the rig I'm using. It will be in the description. It's going to be a Google Drive link along with everything else that I'll be using in this video. But if you want to get it yourself, just search up Gorilla IK rig and go to the GitHub by Nacho Engine and then download it. So I have the Gorilla rig hidden right now so I can show you the basics and how to move and things like that. The way I move around is I use my WASD keys. So if you want to do that, you go to View, Navigation, and if you want to select a key, and then every time you click that key, you can use walk navigation. You right click and then you're going to see add shortcut, and then you're just going to click any key on your keyboard. See, when I click P, then I can use my keys. Also, Q goes down, E goes up. Here is your toolbar. It's going to be, if it's like this, you don't see it, it's because there's a little arrow here. You just got to click it and then you will see your tools once more. So yeah. And now also the camera, you're going to add camera. So this right here, you can click this button, the little camera icon, to use a camera, or you can click 0 on your keypad. So these up here, these are the views. So this one is just material preview, no lighting. You won't be able to see any lighting. It's good for if you want to post stuff without lagging. This is the render view, what it'll look like when it's rendered. I really don't like this background, so I'm just going to put it in transparent. And the way you do that is go to render, film, and then transparent. If you don't know where to go to render, look at the right. You see this little camera looking thing, which is render properties. Then go down to film, at the bottom kind of, and then do transparent. And I'm going to show you what to do with it real quick so you can get where I am right now. So click the lines of your rig. Then what I want you to do, I want you to click this little stick figure, enable layer 18 and enable layer 2. Next thing we're going to do is shade smooth so our rig doesn't look so sharp. So you're going to click on the fur, you're going to go to modifiers, add modifier, you're going to search up smooth by angle, then you're going to type in 180 for the angle, 180 for the angle, and then click ignore sharpness. Now we have a much smoother rig, or you can customize it to how you want it to be. So the color we're going to be using for this tutorial is going to be red, so I'm going to change my color to red. I'm going to be deleting the name tag after this, but if you want to change it, I'll show you to do that real quick. Click the name tag, go up here from object mode, click edit mode instead. You can delete, type. I recommend typing in all caps if you're going to use it for thumbnails. I personally don't like using it for thumbnails, but that's just a personal preference. Now we're going to set up our lighting. So you're going to click add light, and we're going to go to area. Now you're going to drag this up right next to the arm because that's where we're going to be setting up first. Now instead of a square, I'm going to make this a disc. I just like how it looks better. Now I'm going to size this down just a little bit, point it directly at the arm like this, and then drag it down a bit. Now we're going to copy and paste that and then drag it to the other side and then point the other one directly at the arm. Now we're going to put a light in front of the monkey, so click add light area, put it in front, drag it up, and then use the rotation tool on the left. Use the red one and drag it. Try to get it as perfect as you can straight, and then drag it a little bit out far of the monkey. Try to get it center. I'm gonna make it a little rectangular. Now we have our basic lighting setup, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go make our background. But before we make our background, I actually want to change the face of this monkey, and the way to do that is click the fur, go back down to material, which is where we change the color. Then you're gonna see this little face texture thing. So this obviously doesn't look like face texture, so let's change that. Click the yellow dot, go to image texture instead. Then you want to click open, and then I'm going to select the screaming face in my download folder. Now instead of linear, I'm going to select closest instead so it doesn't look blurry when I change it. Now I can click the face texture and drag it all the way up, and it'll be the face screaming texture that I wanted. Now we're going to get into making the background. We're going to click add mesh plane. Then we're going to scale it up as much as possible. Then you're going to click new in the material preview. Instead of base color, click image texture, open, and I'm going to select the grass texture in my download folder. Now obviously it's super blurry, so to fix that a little bit, we're going to select closest instead of linear. Then we're going to turn IOR all the way down, roughness all the way up, and go to UV editing. Now obviously you're just going to see this again, but you're going to drag this part down. And obviously this is not the grass, so we're going to go up here to this little picture, then we're going to go to the grass, and then we're going to select all of this, and then scale it up a little, about that much. Now we have some decent looking grass. Also, you've probably seen people put bumps in their grass, so we're going to do that real quick. The way to do that is go to object mode, to edit mode, then right click, you're going to click subdivide, and then you're going to type in 5. So I'm going to make my bumps real quick. Since we're going to be facing this way, I'm going to do some bumps back here. But first, I'm probably going to set up my camera so I can see how it looks in the camera. Okay, now we're going to add the rock wall texture because obviously it's not just going to be a grass background. So for this, we're going to add another plane. So you're going to click add mesh plane one more time. You're going to drag this plane a little farther away because you don't want it to look so close up when we render it. So rotate it this way, then scale it up just like we did for the grass. But this one has to be way bigger because it has to be bigger than the grass. So now when you click your camera, make sure it covers the whole thing. Then we're going to click new, then we're going to click new material. We're going to select image texture once again instead, open, then we're going to select our rock wall from our downloads. Now that we have that, obviously this does not look very good at all. So we're going to select closest, turn IOR all the way down, roughness all the way up, and we're going to go to UV editing again. So obviously this is not our rock wall, so we're going to put this to the rock wall. Now we're going to select all of this and scale it up a little, go to layout again and see how that looks. It looks pretty good, so now we're going to light the wall up a little bit so it doesn't look so dark. So we're going to select our cursor tool. It allows you to put lights where you click it. So if I click right here and I click add and sun, which is what we're going to be using to light up the background, it will put it right where I selected the cursor. So take your sun, make the power about 6, and then point it directly at the wall and it will light up immediately, which is pretty amazing. So now we have a pretty good background. Now it's time for one of the most important parts of a thumbnail, which is posing. Posing is really important because it can either ruin or make your thumbnail amazing. So I'm going to try to pose this as much as I can and give you some tips. When posing, I really recommend trying to move the torso as much as you can because you don't want to make it really stiff and look really bad. So you see this blue X. That means if you move one hand, the other hand will move the same way, but if you turn it off, you can move one hand at a time. I'm going to pose my gorilla real quick and get back to you when I'm done. Alright, so now I'm pretty happy with my posing. I was going for a type of running pose, so now I'm going to show you how to render it so you can fully customize your thumbnail and make it look amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my grass, then shift, and then click on my background rock wall as well. Click Control J and combine them, so that way I can just do it once. And you're going to click visibility and object, which is the little orange circle, and then turn off renders, so when you render it, it'll only be the monkey. So we're going to render our image and then wait for it to render. It should not take that long. There we go. Now you're going to image, save as, go to downloads, file format PNG, RGBA, so it has a transparent background. We're going to do red monkey tutorial. You're going to save as image. Now X out of that, turn the background back on, click on the monkey's fur, and then turn that off. Now we're going to render once more, and again, this should not take that long. Alright, perfect. We're going to image, save as, rock and grass background. That's a pretty good name, so now we're going to hop right into Photoshop. Well, Photopea, because I can't afford anything. Alright, so once you hop into Photopea or Photoshop, click New Project. Alright, when you're in Photopea or Photoshop, and the way to get this from your browser is just type in photopea.com. But then when you're in there, you want to click New Project, YouTube Thumbnail, and then make your background transparent. Alright, next we're going to rearrange this real quick because obviously we have to have the monkey in front. Now I'm going to make the monkey just a little bit bigger. And then the next thing you want to do is rasterize it. And the way to do this is right click on the monkey layer and then click rasterize right below Smart Object. Now what we're going to do, we're going to work on the background real quick and make it a little brighter so it doesn't look so bland. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up to Filter, go down to Camera Raw, then put your exposure to 0.5. Put the contrast up a little bit, and then I'm going to put a little tiny bit of vibrance. So now if we go back to that background look before, when it was bland, and now it obviously looks way brighter without having to go back in Blender and do the lighting. So for this one, I'm going to do 0.3 exposure, I'm going to do a little bit of contrast, and then 7 saturation. Also, if you like, you can go down here to curves and click this little arrow to get this, and you can mess around with the red section and make it look a little better. Now, if we go to how it looked before and after, obviously the lighting looks way better without having to go back to Blender. The next thing we're going to do is shading. So what you want to do is go down to the brush tool, go up here to the brush section, turn the hardness all the way down, to the size up a little, up like around 120 for now. Turn your opacity, you can just type in here 80, and then you're going to make your flow 5. make sure your brush is white. Then you want to go to your monkey and lock transparency so you can't go outside the lines. Go over here to the head and then hover over it a few times like this. Now since the light is going to be coming from over here, we're going to put it on the arms, so just a little bit right over here, and you bit right over here. Now you're going to do size down your brush even smaller to about 30, and your flow all the way up to 50. Then you want to go over here again to your head, click once, shift, and then click again, like a little outline with your brush. Alright, now to just give it a little extra outline, make it pretty cool, I'm going to show you how to add rim lights. So you're going to right click on your monkey, you're going to click blending options, and then this is going to pop up. There are 3 ways to get rim lights. Well, technically 4. So 1, you can do it manually with the brush with full hardness up, you're just going to take longer. Or you can do it with inner shadow, drop shadow, and 3D. So first I'm going to show you inner shadow, then drop shadow, and then the easiest way, 3D. So you're going to select your inner shadow to enable it, then instead of multiply, you're going to turn it to normal, turn the color to white, turn your opacity all the way up, turn your spread all the way up, make your distance about 2 or 3. I'm gonna go with 3. Make your size 2. 1 looks better for me. And then you can use the angle to adjust it to get some pretty nice rim lights. Now we're gonna deselect inner shadow so I can show you how to do drop shadow. Now we're gonna do drop shadow. So it's basically the same thing. Turn your multiply to normal, color to white, turn your opacity all the way up, turn your spread all the way up, then make your distance 2, make your size 1 or 2, and then you have some pretty nice rim lights. And then this is the easiest way because you don't really need to do a lot. Turn darken all the way down, make your color white, turn distance down, and then you can adjust the angle. Before I end this part, I want to show you how to add a shadow and another technique, shading. So first, you want to copy and paste your monkey layer, go to blending off, turn off 3D, and then do color overlay, and it should be black. Then drag your black layer underneath your red one, control on your keyboard, then drag it down with your mouse like this, and then turn your opacity down to like the 20s. Now I'm going to show you a different shading technique. So you're going to copy and paste your monkey again, go to color overlay, turn off 3D, but this time you're going to go to color, and then in the hashtag part, you're going to type in 80, 80, 80, and once you have that, you're going to right click your gray layer, and then you're going to click convert to smart object. You're going to click no, go to overlay instead, then you're going to rasterize that, then you're going to go over here to the dodge tool, which gives you highlights, and you can add some pretty nice highlights. Say you want to lighten up the chest for a little, you could draw, make sure you're drawing on the gray layer or else it won't work. So you want to draw on the gray layer, you can lighten up to the chest fur, lighten up the arm maybe, and then you can go right click this, and you can go to burn tool, and you can size this up and add some pretty sick shadows. Also, I want to say credits to Zkript for the idea of the background and the running pose.